What's going on YouTube? It's Alone Spartan here. I want to talk to you guys today about Master Chief and whether or not the direction to show that he is displaying more of his humanity, of course, as this Halo series continues, was a good thing or a bad thing. I remember I posted something around the release of Halo 4, or was it Halo 5? Actually, I think it was around the release of Halo 5 in regards to Master Chief and Blue Team paying respects to Samuel, of course. And somebody commented on one of my tweets from a while ago, back at that time, saying that they hated that Master Chief is now shown as being sympathetic and having emotion and feelings. And I thought that was very interesting that somebody was really adamant about that. And from his perspective, he's like, Master Chief is a super soldier. You know, he's a machine. They shouldn't show him in a weak or sympathetic light, because that's not who he's been his whole life, his entire career. And I thought that was an interesting point to bring up. But do I necessarily agree with it? Not really, because at the end of the day, Master Chief is still a human being. Yes, because he has been trained and essentially programmed to be this super soldier, to go through as much as he's went through, to kill probably thousands of Covenant, to legitimately be the face of the UNSC and humanity across all galaxies, all planets. You know, going through all that, it's definitely put a huge burden on Chief, and he's had to essentially desensitize himself to what he's actually doing in order to get the job done, which we know is his only concern: completing the mission, doing what he can to not only save humanity, but to also eliminate any foes or opposition, which is what he's been trained to do, which is what he's been drilled mentally to do since the age of 6. So you guys let me know if you think 343's direction of showing him as a more showing more human sides and emotions of him was a good thing. Now, if Bungie was still doing Halo, who knows if they still would have kept Chief very stoic and no emotion at all, like he had been all the way up through Halo 3, or if 343's direction is kind of nice to show that Master Chief is still a human being at the end of the day, regardless of the augmentations and the decades of war that he's been through. He is still a human at the day who has had an attachment to Cortana, has an attachment, of course, to his comrade and his brothers and sisters with Blue Team. And at some point, if they get into some stuff, or if there's some flashbacks, that may trigger some sort of emotional response to the Chief that we're usually not seeing or used to seeing, because he just got reunited with Blue Team in between Halo 4 and Halo 5. Prior to that, it had been quite a bit of time since he had seen his brothers and sisters. So I think that in itself kind of showed you the emotion that Chief still had, but he had suppressed and desensitized and put it away, because he was essentially by himself, working with Avery Johnson and Cortana. Johnson eventually dies, Cortana eventually leaves, and then Chief finds himself completely